up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 4. This episode came out on Wednesday and stars Tamara Morrison as Boba Fett. Now before we start, hit that like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you can get notified for every video. And let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So the opening recap of the previous episode, I thought it was great. It gives all the important details of the previous episode so that you can actually understand what happens in this episode. The cinematography, which of course includes the shots, the camera angles, the lighting, fantastic. Once again, the cinematography, everything looks fantastic in this episode. It looks clear, vibrant, especially those night sequences. You see everything clearly, and it looks magnificent. The relationship between Boba Fett and Fennec Shand is very, very well done. Once again, I thought those two characters had great interactions, and you could see their relationship growing throughout the series and throughout this episode, and I think it works very, very well. The action sequences. Now, this is Star Wars. Once again, fantastic action sequences. This show has some great action sequences. For me, the action sequences are on the level of a lot of the other action sequences, mainly, I would say, the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy. I really, really like these action sequences in this episode. The tense sequences. Now, there are many tense sequences in this episode, and one sequence in particular with Boba Fett and Fennec Shand in the Sarlacc's mouth. They enter the Sarlacc's mouth to retrieve Boba Fett's helmet, and something happens, and it is very, very tense, and it was fantastic. The character designs. Now, there are a lot of great character designs, especially with all these different creatures, and I think Star Wars, once again, I love Star Wars, obviously, and one thing that I really, really loved about Star Wars is the practicality of it, and the creature designs in this episode are fantastic. I loved every single creature design. Every time a weird creature came on screen, I was very, very excited because, once again, the designs, fantastic. The flashback sequences. Now, there's some great flashback sequences in this episode, mainly having to do with Boba Fett, before, obviously, it takes place before now. But I think they work well in this episode, and they fit the sequence that they're in very, very well. The score by Ludwig Göransson, once again, a great score. Obviously, he scored The Mandalorian, and this show is no different. The score is fantastic, especially every single time the opening credits go on the screen. Fantastic. I instantly love the theme, and I think it works for Boba Fett's character because it's sort of like a fun theme and an action-packed theme that you get from it. So I think it works very, very well. And the ending sequence. Now, the ending sequence is fantastic. I love the ending sequence. You have all the way up to where Boba Fett and Fennec Shand are in the desert. You hear the Mandalorian theme. You see the ship, Slave One. It's awesome. It's fantastic. The Mandalorian theme, of course, I love The Mandalorian. So hearing the theme once again in this episode makes me very excited for what's going to happen in the next episodes. That's all the good that I have now to move on to the bad. So there are some slow sequences in this episode. They could have been condensed just a bit. But other than that, I thought this was a fantastic episode. The Book of Boba Fett, Episode 4, is a great episode and a great continuation of the Book of Boba Fett. And I highly recommend it. And I'm going to give the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 4, an A-. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you can know for every video. I'm Peter. Thanks for watching.